I'm going to share with you the 10% rule and how it can change your life completely. And the best part is, you don't actually have to do more, you actually have to do a lot less. I recently found myself staring at my phone. I say recently, it happened a lot. I looked online and would see people achieving the things I could only dream of. Money, success, health. And here I was, wondering if they had a time machine that could stretch their days out, and if I was missing something. Something they had, but I didn't. I work hard, keep fit, have endless to-do lists. But what I found was that my to-do list would go unfinished. My sleep was suffering, my motivation was in the toilet, and I was working really hard and just constantly exhausted all the time and not really getting very far. I was doing all the things what these high achievers say to do, and I still wasn't really getting anywhere. I was working shifts at the time, so I had very little time to myself anyway, as well as that I was trying to build a business, and I was trying to be a father to my son. I was trying to be a good boyfriend, and it was utterly exhausting. And then one day, it clicked. I knew what I was doing wrong, and it wasn't something I wasn't doing, it was something I was doing too much of. Over the past 10 years, the digital world has taken the world by storm. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Reels, Shorts, posts, Substack, emails. Around 60% of adults report feeling addicted to their phones, with the average person checking theirs 352 times a day. That seems a little bit excessive. This compulsive use is strongly linked to anxiety, depression, chronic stress, and low energy. Adults with problematic smartphone use are significantly more likely to experience poor sleep, with even 1 hour of screen time before bed, increasing the risk of disrupted sleep quality by over 7 times. Sleep disorders now affect millions of people globally. The constant blue light in your eyes makes the brain believe that it's actually daytime, so then why would you be trying to go to sleep? The worst thing you can do is you can sit and scroll in bed. And it may not seem like a big problem, but if you're struggling with sleep, that will then affect your energy the next day. It will also affect your hunger levels. It will affect your stress levels. A bad night's sleep has a huge knock-on effect. And if we can get your sleep right, it means everything else can fall into place. And there has to be a better way of navigating life outside of a screen. Let me show you how. Now, like pretty much everyone else, I was spending way too much time on my phone, scrolling Instagram, going through TikTok, going through all the other different social medias, and just constantly comparing myself to other people. They have a better body, they have a nicer car, they seem to have more money, they look much more happy than I do. Meanwhile, I'm sat here trying to do my absolute very best to get ahead in life and to be able to create a career and a business, what I actually want to do, and be able to help people for a living. And the answer was right in my hand the entire time. Realizing that the issue was social media and the issue was my phone, I decided to go on an extreme social media detox, in that I wouldn't just be deleting the apps off my phone, but I would be turning my phone off and locking my phone away in a lockbox. That way, I wouldn't be able to even use my phone, and I would be able to focus on my to-do list and focus on what I needed to get done. On the face of it, seems like a good idea, but in reality, it was much different. I lasted around 2 days. But one thing you have to understand when it comes to phones and phone addiction is it is just like that. It is an addiction. And it's not just an addiction to a substance. It's a curated, created addiction designed by scientists and psychologists. Apple, Google, Samsung, all these other companies, Instagram, TikTok, Meta, they all know how to get inside your head. Things such as the bright red notification, the endless scroll, even such things as the like button, the comment button, and the algorithms themselves. They are all designed by people who know how to get other people hooked onto something. So as much as you may delete the apps or you may turn your phone away and hide it away, you are literally powerless against this. Simple willpower is not enough to allow you to break this addiction. I tried deleting the apps, that didn't work. I tried locking my phone away, that didn't work. I tried leaving my phone in the other room, that didn't work. So what I decided to do was I decided to basically block all social media on the phone and block all kinds of distractions on the phone. Now, there are a number of ways that you can do this. You can use screen time blockers, you can use willpower. I don't really recommend that one though. Or you can do what I did, and is also the sponsor of today's video, Brick. The Brick is a super simple, compact device which essentially blocks apps which you don't want to be a distraction. It was designed for the sole purpose of doing more of what's important, not doom scrolling on social media, being able to actively block applications. And there is also a strict mode, which means when you activate it, you can't delete the app. Brick will also black out certain applications, and if you try to tap a bricked application, it will tell you that this is a distraction, your phone is currently bricked. Through using the brick, I've managed to increase my productivity tenfold. I've never slept better. And it also means that I'm not in the evening spending time on my phone when I should be spending it with my family. It's reduced my screen time massively, and just generally mentally, I feel much better. I'm not spending my day comparing myself to other people. It means I get to do more of what's important, and I actually get to live in my life rather than admire somebody else's. If you want to take back control of your life and try brick, head over to getbrick.app/J23345. I will link it in the description below. This is an affiliate link, so if you purchase it, you actually get a discount, and it means I get a little bit of something too. So honestly, guys, I don't recommend any products I don't believe in. I think this is absolutely fantastic. I actually reached out to myself and said, this is amazing, more people need to have this. So please take back control of your life and don't spend so much time on social media with brick. Through looking at what other people do and looking at what 90% of other people do, I've been able to identify the things which the top 10% of the most productive people in the world do. And that is, they focus on the things that are important to them and not things where you are the product. So my advice to you is this: if you're struggling to get ahead, you're struggling to think that you have not enough time during the day, your relationships are suffering, your sleep's suffering because you just are so stressed and so overwhelmed that you end up just going into your phone because it's a safer, happier world and it draws you in. If you want to live your best life, the life where you can get healthier, you can get fitter, you can get stronger, you can be more productive, you can start that side hustle, start that business, start that passion project, my advice is ditch the social media and actually do something you enjoy. And that, my friends, is what the 10% rule is you stop doing what 90% of other people are doing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.